What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tino back here on Tino's Time as we are going to be doing a preview show of pay-per-view. We are going to be here talking about Bad Blood. We got Friday Night Smackdown here tonight on the show, and it's a long weekend as Bad Blood, guys, remember, starts a little bit earlier tomorrow as it will be in the mid-afternoon time, 4 p.m. I think Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. I do look short today. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure it out, but that's okay. Maybe it's a better look that way. We'll figure it out though. I think it's because I think because I like went to my cousins and now I have to replug everything back in. I do look short today. I do look shorty. That's okay. You won't be seeing me very much at least in this episode, because we're here to preview all of these matches that are going to go down at Bad Blood tomorrow night in the ATL. It's Nia Jax and Bayley for the Women's Championship. We got Damian Priest and Finn Balor with two guys that just don't like each other no more. We got a women's championship match also, as it's Liv Morgan taking on Rhea Ripley, but Dominic Mysterio is inside and he's going to be hanging from a shark cage. And then we got the main event. It's going to be inside of Hell in a Cell. It's CM Punk. It's Drew McIntyre. Who's going to win this feud? How is it going to end? And what is going to happen between the two guys that just don't want anything to do with each other today anymore, and to do with anybody in general? But these are the matches that will be going down tomorrow night, and these are the matches we're going to start previewing. So let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time. And we actually do know what the main event, and we do know what the match that will be starting the show is already, which means we will be previewing the match that will start off the show, and then we'll preview the match that will main event the show. We don't know how the other three are going to be exactly yet, but we do know the starter and we know the finisher. Let's start off with the starter, and we're starting off with a bang as we start inside Hell in a Cell, the match that will be starting off the show. I will get to your guys' questions after we preview these 5 matches, so make sure that you stay here, you communicate, you chat, all that good stuff in the chat. Hit that like button, subscribe if you have not yet, become a member if you can. Make sure you guys do all of that. But yes, leave your comments, concerns, question, your thoughts, and we'll answer them after we preview these 5 matches. But let's get into it, and let's talk about the first one. And as I said, it is starting inside of Hell in a Cell. It's CM Punk. It's Drew McIntyre. It's the rivalry and the feud that these guys just don't like each other. They don't want anything to do with each other. And these guys are just two people that are ready for blood. And I think we're going to see a lot of blood and a lot of match and a lot. I think, if you remember watching some of those 2K matches I did, especially those gauntlet matches, that's how this ring's going to look. I think that they're going to go out and do anything they can. I think it would be kind of cool to see them leave the ring, but I don't know if they will do that because, it's one of those things that sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And, sometimes it just doesn't work out for them. But we'll have to see if they can and if they do. I think the last people to get out of the ring was it Seth and Dean? That Hell in the Cell? Was that long? It was that long ago? I don't know. But I love Hell in the Cell matches either way. I think we'll see a lot of weapons. Maybe we see some surprises. I keep saying AJ Lee, but I don't want to get my hopes up for it. But I will say, and I do believe that we could see AJ Lee possibly come out in this match. And Jadis gave me a good idea, as Jadis texted me a little bit ago. Shout out to J-Dog. He said that I should give you the match time of each match. And we'll see if we give you, and I'll see if they are correct. And I think I did do this on a few pay-per-views ago, but then I missed one. But we're going to start making this a monthly thing, or bi-week monthly, however pay-per-views are in a month. Bad Blood, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. It's going to go down. It's going to be exciting. They're going to tear the house down. But in the end, I'm going to say after 24 minutes and 30 seconds, I'm going to say it's CM Punk wins. And the best in the world walks out. And Drew McIntyre is sitting in the ring. and he's just not having a good time at all. Drew McIntyre is going to be crying. He's going to be pissed. And a Scottish man is not going to be done on his rage as he continues. And we'll see if this rivalry continues. And we'll see if they go into different directions. But I do believe that CM Punk is going to win this. I believe that CM Punk will win the feud. And I think the last time we saw CM Punk in a Hell in the Cell match was when he was in the Hell in the Cell with either Ryback or when he was in the Hell in the Cell with Alberto Del Rio and John Cena at Hell in the Cell 2012, 13. And they locked Cena out, and then CM Punk shenanigans. But CM Punk back inside Hell, it's going to be a good time. I love Hell in the Cell matches. I'm just happy there's no more Hell in the Cell pay-per-view premium live event. There's just now Bad Blood, and now it includes Hell. Now, guys, though, let's get to the next match, and let's talk about a rivalry and a feud between two guys that were best friends. They were brothers. They thought they would never turn on each other's backs. Well, here they are, and they have done just that. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, the leader of the New Judgment Day. Good afternoon, Michelle. Good afternoon, Michelle. Judgment Day, New Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Finn Balor, Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Carlito make up the new members of the Judgment Day, and they're a bunch of shenanigans. And then on the other side, we got the Terror Twins and Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. We'll talk about Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan coming up next. But Finn Balor and Damian Priest, I do believe that this match should have had some type of a stipulation. If it was like a tables match, if it was like just something, I think that this match would have done very well. And I do believe that this match could have done a lot better. And I think more people would be excited for it if this match had a little bit more of like at stake. But either way, they're going to put on a great performance. They're going to put on a great match. And in the end, I'm going to say Finn Balor wins with the help of JD McDonough and Carlito. That's what I'm going to say happens with that one. Now let's get into the other side and the other part of this match and the other part of this feud that's going on. And it is for the Women's World Championship, the Women's Championship. And it is Liv Morgan, the champion, taking on Rhea Ripley. As Dominic Mysterio, you can see Dominic in the back, as he will be locked inside of a shark cage. No way to get there. No way to get to him. Dominic Mysterio going to be, and he is going to do the unthinkable, and he's going to sit in the shark cage. And okay. So if you have seen these types of matches before, we've seen it happen with James Ellsworth. We've seen it happen with Enzo Amore recently. I do believe that Dominic's going to sneak his way out somehow. I do believe Dominic will jump off of it. And I do believe he'll either land on Liv Morgan somehow and do it like on accident, or he'll land on Rhea, and then Rhea's going to beat the crap out of Dominic. I also, and I've heard on some podcasts and other stuff, that people have been talking a lot about a Rhea Ripley against Dominic Mysterio match. An intergender match. I believe that if Dominic's down for it and if Rhea's down for it, I think that's exactly what they should do with this. And I think them having and putting Rhea against Dominic in the future in an intergender match would be really good and a really intriguing and interesting match wherever it could take place. Now, this match, again, no stipulation, just Dominic inside the shark cage. As Michelle said, definitely shenanigans. But I think those shenanigans are going to be the reason why Liv Morgan retains her title. I think we're going to see JD and Carlito wreak havoc on these two matches between Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. I believe that we're going to see Judgment Day get out, and they're going to walk out with all of the win. And the Terror Twins are going to be having to try to figure out how to do this and how to figure out what their next move is. Now, do I believe this will be the end of Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan? Probably not. I'm sure we'll see one more match. One more match. No. I think this should be the last one, but honestly, I don't think it's going to be. Now, if it is, as I said, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I'm just excited to see where it goes. But in the end, as I said, I'm going to take Liv Morgan to walk out still your women's world champion. Now, let's get into another women's matches. We have Nia Jax taking on Bayley. And this might be the one that I'm least looking forward to. I know Jay just likes to ask that question in the chat, J-Dog, as I do. And there's sometimes these matches that just don't intrigue me. I don't think it's going to be a bad match. Don't get me wrong. I think Bayley and Nia Jax are going to go out there. They're going to put on a great performance, a great show. It's going to be an exciting match, but it's also probably going to be the match that people are going to take a little bit of a bathroom break. And we really don't know where it will be on the card, but I would not be surprised if this is the match that gets to go right before the main event. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because you guys know how this rivalry has been going. You know what's going on with these two. We could see Tiffany Stratton. Don't forget Tiffany Tom. Tiffany Stratton is Miss Money in the Bank, so don't you forget that. But in the end, I'm going to say Nia Jax wins, defeats Bayley. Bayley moves on, and maybe we see Tiffany Stratton give a little cash in. And J-Dog says it. So you know what? Bold prediction. Tiffany Stratton walks out as your women's champion, and she cashes in her Money in the Bank on Nia Jax. And then we start a feud with Nia and Rhea, or Nia and Tiffany, and we see how far and where that goes leading into the upcoming pay-per-views, premium live events. But as I said, I didn't want to spend too much time on that match because there's really not too much to talk about. You guys know how that one's going and everything else like that. But before we get to the main event, let's catch up with the chat. Let's see what you guys are all saying, and then we'll talk about the main event. We got J-Dog in the house. What's up? Hell in the Cell. Hell in the Cell. Nia and Rhea, or Nia and Bayley. What do I think CM Punk and Drew starts off the show? I did see Kirk Cousins ball out last night. 509, 4 TDs, and I started him in one of my leagues. I'll take it. Check this out. Could AJ Lee return? It makes sense because it's the third match. I mean, I think it would make more sense if it happened now. But again, I also think it has a lot to do with AJ and what she wants to do. And I don't know if AJ wants to be that person to be and she wants to actually do all of that. So that's my thing. I think that's what the problem is with AJ. And who needs to win more? Probably Drew, but I think CM Punk's going to win. I wonder if we see Roman tonight. I think we'll see Roman tonight. AJ Styles is returning. Yes. We will go over the SmackDown card tonight real quick if you are here, and then maybe you'll join us tonight for SmackDown. Maybe not, but I'll still let you know what's going on. I don't know if Jimmy needs to come back ASAP, but I would not be shocked if they waited to War Games. How is NXT since we saw you? I appreciate you asking. Keep an eye out, J-Dog and everybody in the chat. We will be having a vlog come out probably later next week as we went to NXT this past week. My favorite match was probably the Wesley and the Zachary Wentz street fight. And my least favorite, I actually went to the bathroom because I couldn't hold it no more, and it was the tag team match. And they gave the women a little bit of time, which was good. Just wasn't, I love Lola Vice, Jada Parker, all of them, but it wasn't my thing. Looks like they ended my stream on Twitter. That's lame. That's lame. Oh well. Anyway, it's a good feeling to bring this pay-per-view back. Yes, it was. It was a very good feeling. And a very good thing that they brought it back. 11 walked out during an opening screening of Terrifier. Why? Oh, yeah. I've heard. I mean, listen, they say it. They've said it for all of those movies. Those movies are not supposed to be for kids and not supposed to be like like those movies are not not good. There was no WWE press conference today. I was wondering that. I was going to see that. We got the Golden Sponge in the house. What's up? Tino didn't want to admit it that look, no, man, nobody wants to talk about the Packers. I mean, I think I know what he's talking about. I think he's talking about that beautiful promo video that will be opening up Bad Blood that you actually sent me. That was beautiful. That was amazing. I wanted this match later on the card. Well, you just got to make sure that you keep an eye out. I will go back. I know I didn't give you the match times for the other matches. I'm going to go back and do that after we get to the chat. After we get through the chat. That's a lot of information. Interesting stuff since CM Punk came back. hasn't had his first match. Yes. Definitely shenanigans. I have a question. So whoever is in the shark cage, who gets control? No, the shark cage is pretty much there. Like, honestly, the shark cage is there so then Dominic cannot be a part of the match. But the problem is the shark cage is not well done, and the shark cage is not in a very good spot. And the shark cage should be like a little bit better so the superstars or whoever is in there cannot get out of the ring. That's what I personally think. But that's just me. What the hell do I know? I'm just a kid from Chicago, right? Now in Wisconsin. You know what I mean. Anyway, let's get back. What's up, Michelle? Michelle said she could see a cash in. Appreciate you, Michelle. Joining for SmackDown. I appreciate you, Michelle. Always coming and hanging out. And also, you said AJ Lee like a surprise. They ain't wrestling. She ain't wrestling for a while. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't think AJ Lee has her first match back until the Royal Rumble. I think that's what happened. Did you see that The Rock could return? He's done filming and everything. Well, J-Dog, it's time. And it is time now to talk about the main event. We are now all caught up in the chat. So continue to leave your comments, your concerns, your questions. But now let's preview the last match that will go down tomorrow night in Atlanta, the ATL. It is Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns taking on the fake tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, and his old buddy and his partner, his left hand man, his right hand man. It's Jacob Fatu. These four, they're going to go at it. They're going to rip each other's heads off. And it's going to be oh so sweet because Jadis just mentioned his name. There's rumors swirling, and there could be a possibility that we see the return and the debut. I don't know why I keep saying debut, but the return since WrestleMania. If you can smell what The Rock is cooking, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is rumored to be back at this match, during this match, at the end of this match. We're going to have to see what happens. We're going to see where it goes. We're going to see what happens and what needs to happen, where The Rock is going to be after next. Is it Cody? Is it Roman? What is going on? We're going to find out. I'm not surprised that if tonight on SmackDown they had some type of stipulation to this match, because then if they do add a stipulation to this match, then I can guarantee you, and I will bet people any amount of money, that we will see The Rock return. And he will come out in some sort of way to either have a stare down with Cody, have a stare down with Roman, and we'll have to see where it goes from there and who The Rock will be facing next. But in the end, and after it's all said and done, I'm going to say that Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu get the win because of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Let's be a little bold out here on this one. That's what we got for that. But yes, we have rumors that The Rock could return this upcoming week. We'll have to see if he does. Charlotte Flair, though. Also, Charlotte Flair, next month at the earliest. If you guys did not see, Charlotte Flair has been training a little bit. She's been doing her thing. She's been getting back in action. She's been getting back in the ring. All that good stuff. But we'll have to just keep an eye out for Charlotte Flair. Maybe she returns at Survivor Series. Yes. Maybe she returns in War Games. AJ Lee could somewhat interfere in this match, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Jimmy could also. I think it's going to be a very big telling and a very big telling sign of what happens tonight on SmackDown to see what exactly and where it goes. I think tonight I will be starting off with AJ Styles. Michelle, Tino Hole chat, Raw is 2 hours this week. Yes, sir. I'm so excited. No more 3-hour Raws. We're going to party like it's 1996 again. And it's going to go by so fast. AJ Styles. I'm sorry, not AJ Lee. I do believe that we could be starting with AJ Styles. But before I announce to you what football game we'll be going live for on Sunday, and before we talk about tomorrow, let's talk about tonight. And let me tell you what's going down here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown, as we'll be back here in 1 hour and a half to preview the show to watch the show and to hang out because we got one heck of a show on our hands tonight. As it is Tiffany Stratton, Miss Money in the Bank, taking on Naomi. We got a dumpster match as it's Micha Yim taking on, it's Mia Yim taking on Chelsea Green in a dumpster match. We got the return of the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, as AJ Styles is back and he's ready to show the face that runs the place that SmackDown is and will always be his home. And then in the main event, most likely, it's going to be a triple threat ladder match as it is the Street Profits. It's DIY, and it is the Bloodline 2.0. The tag titles are on the line. Which team is going to climb that ladder to success and walk out as your tag team champions? We got one hell of a show here tonight on SmackDown, and we'll be back here at 7 o'clock to watch it live with you. Now, for you football fans out there, you guys know how we said we're going to do football this year. We're going to take a couple weeks off for the live streams, and we're going to come back for a few weeks. So now we are back for the next this week and next week. And this week's game is going to be teams fighting for a playoff or fighting for a spot to be at the top of the AFC. Two teams that are ready to fight and ready to go at it. And it's also a revenge game as this man's returning to Buffalo. It is the Buffalo Bills taking on Stephon Diggs and his new team, CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans. Come and hang out on Sunday as we watch the noon games and we watch all the other games that will be going down at noon. Hang out, watch some football, and see what happens this week. I mean, it's Sunday, any given Sunday. Now, let's get to the chat one last time, and then let's go and let's see what else we got going down. It's like a good one. Yes, it does. You should stream Eagles versus bye week. Probably. He said, oh, true. I surprised Jadis, guys. That should you love to see. But that's all the comments that we have. As I said, guys, if you got any more questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments. I always answer them as long as I see them. And if you write them down. So make sure you leave a comment in the comment section of this video if you're watching it on delay. And I do appreciate all of you guys' support. But for now, we're going to say goodbye, and I'll be back here in an hour and a half. But make sure you go follow all the social medias. Make sure that he said, I ain't waking up that. I will be up that early. What do you mean? I'm just going to be watching the game. This guy said, I ain't waking up that. I'll be up. I'll call you. But go follow all the social medias. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe. On the road to 3K, guys. We're pushing little by little, almost to 2,400. So if you have not yet, hit that subscribe button, and join the nation. That is Tino's Nation. Guys, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Enjoy your evening. And I'll see you all back here tonight at 7 o'clock for Friday Night SmackDown. And tonight's MVP and today's MVP for the first episode is our guy, J-Dog. Guys, enjoy your Friday afternoon, and I'll see you at 7 for Friday Night SmackDown.